Hello and welcome to another episode of Backroads Tourist. If you're a fan of American circus history, then you probably know about some of the major circus disasters, like the Hartford Circus Fire in 1944 that killed about 170 people and injured 700 more. The Hagenbeck-Wallace Circus train wreck in 1918 that killed 86 people. The Wallace Brothers Circus train wreck in 1903 that left 30 circus workers dead and injured 27 more. Another train disaster, the famous Jumbo the Elephant, dying after being hit by a freight train in St. Thomas, Ontario. But a little-known circus disaster happened here in Wahpeton, North Dakota on June 10, 1897. Not only is it tragic, but there's a very weird coincidental element to it too. Ringling Brothers Circus had come to Wahpeton to do some performances. Now, this is before they joined with Barnum and Bailey, so it was just Ringling Brothers Circus. As the circus workers were setting up the tents, a storm started to roll in, and just as they were raising the main tent pole, it was struck by lightning. 2 men were killed instantly. Some reports say it was from the lightning strike, others say it was from the falling pole. Reports also vary when it comes to how many men were injured. It ranges from 3 to a dozen. However, it is known that the foreman also later died of injuries due to this event. The show went on that day, but after the afternoon show, thousands of people showed up to watch the 2 circus workers buried in this cemetery. It's just a little ways out of town. Imagine this open area being filled with thousands of people. The grave was marked by pieces of the shattered tent pole. In September of 1897, the tent pole was replaced with this granite monument designed to resemble the original tent pole. If you look closely, you can see the rope and pulley system they were using at the time, and there's even some jagged lines to represent the lightning. Now, I told you there was a weird coincidence associated with this tragedy. The 2 men who died that day were named Charles Smith and Charles Walters. And the foreman who died later, his name was Charles Miller. I find it odd that even though this happened nearly 125 years ago at the time I'm recording this, the monument still seems to be in a very open part of the cemetery. In fact, the only grave nearby is the final resting place of Herbert Joseph Walker, also known as Duke, who apparently worked with the Daley Brothers Circus. Now, I've heard that he was a trumpet player for the Daley Brothers Circus and passed away due to a ruptured appendix while the circus was in Wahpeton. So, they buried him next to other circus workers. Something else I find very odd is that most of the graves in this cemetery are very old, starting from the late 1800s to the early 1900s. Now, although I didn't look at all of the stones in the cemetery, the most recent one I could find was for Duke Walker, who died in 1948. At the time this video was made, that's nearly 75 years ago. Riverside Cemetery is just to the east of the airport in Wahpeton, North Dakota. The memorial is easy to see from the road and worth a visit if you're a fan of circus history. If you find this interesting, make sure you like and subscribe to this channel and click the notification bell so you'll know when I upload new interesting videos. Thank you for joining me, and we'll see you on the Backroads.